and she used to dress me up really. I think it was because I was, to her, I suppose like a real doll. I had a two-tone suit, and I used to wear a True-Tex shirt with a little button-down collar and a pair of brogues. Red socks, had to be red. Prior to that, I was punk, so it was very much kind of spiked hair, obviously, leather jacket, a Destroy t-shirt, which was made at the sex shop in London that Malcolm McLaren owned, and it was a cracking shirt. It was Seditionaries, I think it was the shop actually that I got it from, and yeah, a white shirt with a picture of a swastika on it, an upside down cross, and a picture of the Queen, I think it was, on it as well. It was a picture of Hitler actually, and it was the three things that cause more death in the world than anything, and that was a kind of statement, and it said destroy across the top. I've seen some with ripped jeans, you think, well, fair enough, you know, just like you're wearing at the moment. And yeah, I managed to kind of make you're allowed to wear those because of me. I had to fight through all of that. I was in a couple of punk bands before I joined the Smiths, but when I joined the Smiths, I was still kind of dressing quite punky, I suppose, and quite individual, which I suppose set me out a little bit from the crowd, which is always what I wanted to do, really. That was predominant with us, really, from those very early days, was kind of anti-fashion. So rather than, because of course punk had become a lot more commercialised, so people were just wearing it just to be punky, rather than thinking, you know, I want to do something different and stand out from the crowd. So you were kind of following fashion then, so I stopped that then. And with the Smiths, it went a bit kind of 60s, I suppose, traditional 60s, just a 3-button jacket, turtleneck jumper, a pair of jeans, pair of moccasins, a pair of brogues, but yeah, very kind of, not staid, but kind of very calculated, because we wanted to look smooth and kind of quite casual. Morrissey, of course, on the other hand, just went completely out there, and he used to buy his tops from a place called Evans Outside. I don't know whether it's still going.
I think it's Evans now. It's
just Evans. Yeah. Well, it was dedicated to the larger lady, well, yeah, shall we say. Yeah. And he used to buy the tops from there and wear those with a lot of beads and diamante as well. And I ripped him off with the diamante, because the diamante looks great. Yeah, Morrissey had his own thing going on with the beads and a lot of very kind of flamboyant kind of way of dressing. But the rest of us, yeah, were kind of more kind of 60s, I suppose. We did a Top of the Pops once, and again, just a turtleneck jumper and black jeans. This girl was backstage, and she said to me, "You're in a band, are you going on TV?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm in a band called the Smiths." We weren't that successful at the time. And she said, "Oh, what time are you going on?" I said, "Oh, probably on in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And she said, "When are you getting changed?" And I said, "Changed for what?" She said, "Well, you're on television." And I said, "Right, okay." And I thought, well, do I really need to dress up like Widow Twanky? It's not that kind of thing, because we wanted to keep that, yeah, not kind of let the music speak for itself in a way. Since then, I've just been kind of quite, just a jacket and a shirt and a pair of jeans, really. I don't feel the need to kind of, yeah, well, I don't want to look as though I'm kind of trying too hard, but I'm always a bit uncomfortable when I see blokes my age with kind of diesel t-shirts on and ripped jeans and shoes that are pointed up at the end and blonde dyed hair. Yeah, and they're normally kind of called Lee and the hairdressers and they're kind of in the 40s, but it just doesn't look right for me. Individualism was such an important thing for me. I used to work in a children's shop, in a wholesale warehouse when I was 16, and they used to have all the kids' clothes, but they only went up to, I think, 14. And I used to get the jumpers and just rip off the sleeves and wear them. They were skin tight. I mean, they look pretty awful, I suppose. It would do if I saw myself now, but I thought they looked great. But you could just make up and do whatever you wanted. Or I remember wearing a kilt, because Adam and the Ants, before the Kings of the Wild Frontier and Ant music, they were quite cool in 1978. 79, before they really kind of hit the big time with all the kind of white makeup on and stuff, the pirate outfits. And he used to wear a kilt over a pair of leather trousers. I mean, it's got a lot of kind of masochistic, a lot into kind of bondage and stuff like that. And I used to wear, I got a kilt as well, but it was a kid's kilt, so it looked like a mini skirt. And it must have looked ridiculous, but I loved it. I loved the fact that people thought it might have looked ridiculous, because I was just saying, well, this is what I want to do. And in a way, I like the fact that it nosed some people up, because I didn't want to be with them and just kind of not have anything to say.